Hi, my name is Mecca Holland, and today I'm doing lab video number 1 for physical science. Today, I will just be doing problems 1 through 5. Using the figures above, what is each citizen's share of the national budget? The national budget is $3.77 trillion, and the population is 320,101,221. Just by looking at the numbers for my estimate, I guessed each person would get approximately $100,000 each. But whenever I put it into the calculator, I divided $3.77 trillion, which is the national budget, times by the population of 320,101,221, and I got $11,777.52. Okay, for problem number 2, it says using the figures above, what is each citizen's share of the national debt? Again, try to make an estimate. So the national debt was listed on the paper, and whenever it said it was more than $17 million or trillion dollars, I looked back at problem number 1 at the actual answer that I got, which was 11,777. I subtracted the $17 trillion from the national budget of 3.77 trillion and found that 17 trillion is approximately 5 times more than $3.77 trillion. I used the last estimation from the first problem and multiplied that by 5 because it's 5 times more, and I got $58,885. When I put it in the calculator, I divided the national debt by the population of 320,101,221, and my answer that I got was $56,474.64. For problem number 2, it says to go to the federal government website and figure out the percentage of the annual budget that is allocated for education alone. The federal government allocated $141 billion on education, and so 4% of the annual budget was spent for education. For problem number 3, it says if you had $100 and lost 0.1% of it, how much money did you lose? So for this problem, right here, I multiplied $100, which I have, by 0.0001, which would be 1%. I converted it into a decimal, and then I got 1 penny. So I lost 1 penny out of $100, which leaves me with $99.99. For number 4, they found that $700 was missing from Miss Smith's department, and the accountants criticized Mr. Smith for that. They found that $140,000 was missing from Miss Jones' department, and they gave her a good rating. So it says, can you guess why they had different ratings before doing any calculations? I thought it was because $700 seems like such small amount that it was probably pocketed by someone in the department, and losing $140,000 seems like such a large amount that it was due more from error than from stealing, and they could probably get the $140,000 back, whereas they probably can't get the $700 back. And the last problem that I'm going to do is number 5, and it says what percent of Mr. Smith's budget was missing. So what I did for this, I divided the $700 that was missing by the $100,000, and I got .0070. I then converted the decimal to a percent by multiplying .0070 by 100, and I got 0.7%. Then I did the same thing with the other one. I divided $140,000 by 1 billion, which Mr. Jones's department handled last year, and I got .00014, and then I multiplied .00014 by 100 to turn it into a percentage, and I got .014%. Then the last one says, can you explain the accountant's ratings from the question on the previous page now? It looks like Mr. Smith's department was missing a larger percentage than Ms. Jones's department. That's my reasoning. Thank you so much, and this concludes lab number 1.